Hello everyone, you are all welcome to another session of VibeCoding. If your objective is to learn VibeCoding with regard to front-end development using Vite, React, Chakra UI, and taking a web page which looks like that way, or taking a landing page which looks like that way and convert that page to exactly this way, having multiple components with really very dynamic design with a lots of animation, then this video is going to be very exciting for you. So let's get started writing the vibe coding in Cursor AI, starting from here and by end of the video achieving exact this result. So let's get ourselves started. In this video, we are going to actually enhance our previous project, which I have already explained in this video, where we have used the React Vite-based template combined with Chakra UI, and we have created our very basic front-end application, which has the landing page. It also has the login where you could provide your email and password, and when you log in, it creates the internal pages where you can see the dashboard is there, and there are two menu items are there. So this was the project which I have talked earlier in this video, which you can look into, because this project is really needed in order to understand what we are going to do in this video. The source code for this project is still the same source code. This is the Cursor IDE which we are using, and our objective is to complete this coding based on same concepts of vibe coding. So what we will do today in this video is that we are going to enhance our home page. Let me log out from here. Okay, I will move my video a little up so we have log out available. Log out. So this single page application landing page which we are going to enhance look like this way. So this is our target, to build something like that just by using the vibe coding. So this is our target. I'm just using the singlestore.com. I have no affiliation. I just love this design. So I just thought I would be using this design to implement with our project. Here we are. That is our basic page. It's running. I can show you how it's connected. It's running right now here. I have closed it. It will not be running right now. Okay, I will run this code. And once this code is running, now this web page is up and running. So it means that this is the project which we are working. So when you are working on any Cursor project where you are heavily invested into AI to write your code, it's always good to create the milestone pages or the update pages about what you have done so far. So the best thing is that what you could do here, you can just say that create a README.md file, overall project process by the today's date into the README.md file. So we are creating the README.md is a markdown file where all that information up to this project we are going to integrate it. And that's how, if you are working on long-running, long-term projects, it's always good for you to create these reports, because that's what you can use for the further, if you are subsequently using the Cursor AI or even any other IDE for your programming, you can feed that input README so that project will understand what has been done so far. Okay, so we are here now. Let's come back the README. Okay, so README provides. So this is the README. Okay, would you like me to add or modify any section of the documentation? So this is the README has been created. Okay, is project overview, project structure, setup instructions, featured. We have added the features, development guide, project updates. Today's March 19. list of implemented features, everything is here. Let me look into the README here. Okay, source, and here is the README. Here we can see that this is the README file has been created, and this project, okay, and March 19, everything else. So this is kind of our README. If you'd want to use the same README, I could say that put this whole thing into the okay. So we can say, can you move the whole content? Can you place the whole content in the README.md into a date based update, so I can add more updates in future. Add the date section at the top of the README.md also. So what we have asked cursor is to move this whole content based on a particular date section, and then after we can actually look into the dates and we can see at which date what we have done. Okay, so this was the whole project. We can go look into here. Okay, structure made easy, track changes. So here is the project updates, March 10 whatever feature, March 19 whatever feature. So that's where it is. Okay, so March 19 project update. So perfect. I think that's good. Okay, that's good so far. Okay, so a summary, everything. Now we need to start working on our feature design. So okay, so I would like to design the landing page for my application now. Can you create a so what we are trying to do is that we are trying to create a particular design where the color scheme can be added into that into a page. So what we are asking is to, can you create a design sheet? Can you create a design sheet with all the Chakra UI color and design variables? Can you create a design sheet with all the Chakra UI color and design variables placed into it? Okay, this design sheet will be used in all over the project as applicable system. So what it's really trying to do is that it's really trying to create the various design available, and that whole thing is going to be added into our code. So that way, if tomorrow we would want to move this design, currently our color code is this targeted color code, but if you want to make this whole color code change, it's better for us to build this design in different color, but the layout will be pretty much the same. So this is what we are trying to achieve by moving the designs. Okay, that's where it is. Okay, and then company and design system. Okay, color system, brand, primary blue palette. Okay, typography, everything is there. Okay, to use this design system in your component box. Okay, would you like me to add more component variants, modify any of the color scheme? Okay, right now. Okay, what we can do is that we can take this screenshot. Okay, and then we can take here and we can say, okay, come back. At this point, we are going to, okay, desktop, screenshot. Okay, what you are saying, I would like to have the design based on the attached image color scheme. Please change the design and style based on attached image. So this is the image which we have inserted, and based on this image we have actually asked to set up the design for our project. So it's using the dark theme and the purple accent, and from the single store website image, let's modify the design system. So the design system.js has been updated now, so we can look into the theme and design system. So this is the design system has been created for our request based on the previous prompt which I have asked. And now what I'm doing is that I'm actually using the design based on single store landing page, and our cursor code is really working on to update the design, and that design will be part of our project. So let's update the theme file. So this theme file is being updated here. As you can see that there are the changes has been made. So review the next, we can look into review and accept. We can say yes, make all those changes we have accepted. Okay, accept, next, accept. So because these are the big changes and then reviewing it is going to take long time, so I'm just rather than looking into individual change which has been done, I'm just accepting these changes globally because we are updating the design. However, if you are changing just a single color palette, for example, then it's better for you to test the design, and when everything is okay, then you really accept the changes. So let's see, would you like me to create an example component using these? Okay, and this is what they have added. Set dark mode as default, theme disabled system color mode. Okay, added global style for the dark theme. Okay, it has been done. This is the design system. Everything looks okay. Let's come back, and the code is here, and we were looking into the terminal. These are the updates that happened. We can go look into our page. So this is our page. Right now we would want to apply that design to our page here. Okay, so create a example component. Okay, so you can say, can you update the landing page with this new design? So our landing page right now, if you look into the app.jsx, this is where the landing page, as you can see. So this is the dashboard, actually the app. Here is our app. So Chakra, here is Chakra theme. So as in my previous video, I have told that rather than just using the base Tailwind CSS directives in all of our tags, I have actually used the Chakra UI. So Chakra UI helps me write all that component directly into the tag rather than just defining the CSS directives. So for that reason, I am using the Chakra UI. If you are new to Chakra UI, I would suggest you to please visit the Chakra UI webpage, Chakra UI. And in this project, we are using the Chakra UI version 2. The newer version of Chakra UI is 3, but due to some issues by using the Vite and other libraries and Chakra UI, I decided to just stick with Chakra UI version 2. I think something 2.8 or something. That is what is being used in this project, not the version 3. So if you would want to use the version 2, just look into 2.10. I think 2.10 we are using 2.10.7. Okay, and that's what we are using in this project. Okay, and looks like add section in landing page, enhance the animations. Okay, so you see here that it's really trying to use the newer design guide style sheet for our landing page. Let's see what is happening here. Wow, there you go. So based on the previous design that was like this, we have updated our design like this just by using the template as an image, and rest of the code has been done by the cursor IDE for us, but actually cursor in the underneath the AI components. Is so far very good progress. This is everything has happened. So login drawers, let's see what has been done in the login here. So this is single store. This is our project. Here is the login. Our page has been also updated here at mail.com. It also password login successful. And here is our, so as you can see here that the dashboard has not been updated. For that, these pages has not been updated based on our design. So our next step is that, okay, update all the pages. Okay, let's come back here. So you always, whenever you are using the AI-based IDE, you always look into what has been asked at the end of your prompt or end of your request, because that gives you the thought process of what has been done by the AI based on your request. So our landing page has been done. Lots of these design has been updated. And if you look into the progress from here, this was our page. It looks like the page is like here. Let me log out. So very good. Logo can be updated. If we give the image, it will be updated. And when I say login, it's trying to log here. Okay, that's our dashboard. So we are updating design everywhere. So let me say what it's saying: add more section to landing page, enhance the animation, add more interactive. Okay, modify any of the existing components. So we will say, okay, so what we can do is that we can actually design the landing page with more, okay, so more designs. So what we can say is that I would like to have a design something like this. Okay, so what we could do is that we can create this section. I have zoomed it so I can take the design left and right variation, and I can come back here. Let's log out and say, select the image. This is the image. Okay, please add a new component in the landing page with the design as shown in the attached image. Please create 3 sections and use the JSON based content to design this component. So what I have asked that in this landing page, create a design which is similar to that first. Then what I want is that I want to create the JSON based content. It means when this content will be created, it's using JSON. So it will be very easy for me to just change these values. If I am using backend, then backend can send all that information with the images URL, and everything can be updated into the real time. Okay, so this is what I have asked. Okay, I can also say, please keep the space for the hero image at the landing page above these components. So what I want is that, so this is our hero image, something like that. So we want, but these 3 components can be added here. Okay, and if you would want to add some animation, that whenever you are doing, you can actually add some animation too, and you can say when these images are loaded, please add an animation to load these images from low opacity to higher opacity. So when these images will be loaded, they really look like some animation effect is happening there. So this is what we have asked. Image has already been added. So this is our image as an input. So this is what we have asked. We have also asked that please use 3 sections. So 3 sections will be added with some animation, and all that content will be used as a JSON input because that is our target. Okay. So these are the new components can be created. So we can look into our landing page. So this is the theme. This is the page dashboard. This is our landing page. And that's where the code has been added. Okay, generating, accept, accept, okay, accept, accept, accept. First is really landing, and if it is there, then it shows dashboard. Okay, okay, the code is being generated. Okay, so as you can see that lots of code has been created based on our request, everything, and now it's asking us to run this command, the framer motion, so that the animation can be installed. So let me just run this command, and that command will run, and it's going to install the framer motion. As you see here, that this is a transition, and so framer motion has to be installed. Let's fix the linter error. Okay, feature section component by removing. Let me accept the changes. Let's go to new, next file. So I am really not going deep into the changes as per se. I'm just accepting the changes because I'm let AI to drive the coding for this particular project. Later, I will create a video where I will go really very granular by changing some very specific sections of my code. Then it will be easy for us to just look into that particular specific change, and then once validated and depending on whatever requirement, then we can accept it. Okay, so the changes has been added. So if you see here that in the landing page, the way you look into, you can see that in the landing page, the feature section has been added, and that feature section has added here. So it's like sidebar in feature section. Okay, that has been added. Let's look into the code. Everything looks okay. We can come back here. Okay, images needs to be updated, but this is the section. Okay, so I think we can look into the code feature section, and it's looking for the JSON. Here is the JSON, and here are the images, image source. So we just need to update the images. So if we can just go and look into, so we can say free, royalty free images here. Just that's where you can find, but I have another trick. What I can do is that I can actually use the image address here, and I can paste here in our JSON. So this is one image. Let's remove this, and after saving, let's see if that works. Okay, so one image has been added here, and we can actually pretty much, because we are just doing the test, I'm just using the same image here, and I can also use the same image. And as you see here, I can just accept this change by tab, and my change has been there. So image is there. Okay, and if we want to update this section as well, so let's see where they are doing, and this is the section image source. Okay, let's do the tab, and there should be one more. Okay, let's save this. Okay, so this image has been added. Then we need to add one more image here. Tab, image has been added. So this is our page has been designed, and here we can see that these are the 3 sections. Actually, it didn't do what I was asking. So this is a dashboard preview. So this is actually looking into a hero image, which we really, I think not needed. Let's go back to landing page and fix the dashboard. It's not free contact. So looks like this is the hero image. That's where dashboard preview is looking into the hero image. So this is the hero image, but I think I can take this, and if I change this and see what happens is the image background free. Let's go to here and let me just use this, copy image address. Let me see what is here. Okay, it is much cleaner. As you can see here, the hero image has been added. If you would want to show something, we can use that. And here is our three component, this one. And if you would want to add one more, we can add. So what we call here, so this is there. So landing page, feature section. So we can say in the feature section, these are the three features, and we have components here, and we call the grid item. Okay, so we can say feature section. So we can actually add a file context feature section. So this feature section has been added. It means what I'm really saying is that I would want to add one more section here. So we can say add one more section to the bottom grid of this component. So what is really looking into feature section, this area, we are asking it to add one more section, different layout and content. Okay, it's updating the code. Once that part is added, we will go back and we will actually give a design of this. So we can also ask it to build this part, and we can also ask it to build this part. So accept the changes, add more decorative elements, modify button styles, spacing and layout, more interactive elements. I think that should be okay. Let's see what it has added. Okay, so now we have three items in this design, 1, 2, and 3, and it's using this image, and it's just created something similar to that. So now we have built this design. At this point, we can actually take this screenshot and we can say add a new component in the layout with this design. Okay, and then we will also take this one, and then we can also ask to add this design, and then we will go and then add the footer like that way. So let's see how is our footer. We do not have footer, so we can say build the footer, which is based on this design. Okay, so first we want the community section added. Okay, so we can say, I think we will bypass this. We will remove this. We don't really need any of this. So always remember the context where you are. If I would have kept the file here, the context would become that everything focused on feature section. So now I am just, because I do not want same component to be used, which is for here, for the community section here. So I want to create a new component in the landing page. So I will say add a new component as community feedback into the landing page based on the attached image design, and place it under the feature section component. Let's select the image. So we're gonna be selecting the third one. This we can look into the image. So this is our community. Okay, let's run it. So as you can see here, a new component called community feedback.jsx has been created for us. So this target requirement is being created as a component, and that will be integrated into our front end. All that data, you can actually review the code if we want to study what has been added. That is the code. Green means this code has been added into that file. If the file update would have happened based on our prompt request, then it would have been the redacted lines would have been marked red and new lines would have marked green. Okay, and we are installing the React icons. If you are new to a front end, I would suggest you to please look into the React icons. This is the React icons page, and as you can see here, you will find a massive amount of these icons available on your disposal to use in your project. So we are going to install the React icons so we can utilize the React icons in our project. I will run the command. React icons has been installed. As you can see here, that React icons has been added. So this terminal window is very useful to see what is happening. Okay, all these changes has been added. Let's look into the review. Accept changes, next, accept changes. So community feedback has been added into the landing page, and then after you will see that community section has also been added. So this is the community feedback, and this is the drawer for our login. So community section is added, so it's like a much more cleaner code. And whenever you are writing prompt, it's always direct to create the particular component as you go further. You can also work on writing the cursor rules, but I will create another video to really show that how cursor rule can be used for your advantage. Sometimes they just may not be feasible for you to create the project, create the cursor ID specific rule, versus I actually use them based on per project. So I create a local cursor rule which is applicable to a particular project. So, okay, are there testimonials? So this is, oh, we forgot to say that use the content here based on JSON, so it can be coming out from the backend as we progress. So let's come back here. This is our community component. Here are the comments here. Let's see how the component is designed. So this is the community feedback, testimonials, and here, as you can see, very good. They have already used the testimonials as a JSON component by itself, so which is much easier for us to take the backend and just feed this particular object, and then once the data is there, then it will render automatically. So these are the images, or so as you could see that you can update them very quickly. So I think I will bypass it. Next step will be to add the pricing plan. Okay, so that will be very quick for us now. So now you guys will be very like comfortable to write the proper prompts. So I would say more interactive elements, no styling anything. One thing we could do is that we can say that we can add a mouse hover. When we mouse hover, this really looks into little pop-up. So we can say, okay, we can add a context here. We can say file, use the community feedback. Okay, we can say update the. So what we are saying is that we want to add this each section. So update each. So here's a container. Here's the stack. So this is the community, and here is the okay grid component. So we can say update the each item in the community feedback component to have the pop-up or box shadow effect when mouse is hovered on those components. So with reference to community feedback, we have asked to design our component. So when I use the mouse hover, this thing actually pops out much better. And if you would want to reduce this gap, you can actually also ask cursor to do it, or you can just update by yourself. So community feedback. So this code will be updated and we will have opportunity to select each changes. So as you see here, whatever changes has been made here, I can go ahead and I can look into where the changes are. I can accept or reject. So I'm going to accept them. I will accept them. Okay. So I think those were the changes. So adjust the animation. I think that's pretty much it. Let's see where the changes are. There you go. If you would want to change the cursor to look like a different design, but at least this is really, really very good. So as you can see here, that depending on our theme, we have created our project which really look like the way we would want. And okay, so let's add the pricing section now. Okay, so we can remove this reference. So we can say update the landing page to have pricing section as shown into the attached image. Keep the same highlight design as in previous grid item. So let me select the image. We will select this one because I believe that's the pricing. Okay, so this is a pricing. We are also asking to have the highlighted section based on previous grid and pricing section. Okay, keep this code also into a new component named as pricing. I call it product pricing. So I'm forcing actually, or I'm guiding the cursor AI to name the component as I really want. So if you have a particular design, the way you really name your component, everything, you can actually guide it. And I work on several projects and I really use cursor a lot for working with my development work. And I have mastered the art of figuring out how best we can ask the actual requirements. And I have built a really length of code exactly the way I really want. I do spend significant amount of my time to adjust the code. I don't let everything for AI to do for me. And reason is that because I can ask and AI can do, but I actually know what I'm really doing. So I can go very quickly and I can adjust that thing. And that way, sometimes it's even better for me to know what my code is really look like rather than just letting AI to really take care of everything for us. So this is the product pricing component is being added. So as you can see here, product pricing component has been added and all is a new component. So that's why pretty much it's a new file. So everything is green here and reapply the edit. So this is going to update the landing page to have the product pricing component integrated over there. The pricing section include clear and modern design with the same dark theme. Very good. We can review the next file, accept. So landing page, and then we can go, okay. So accept changes. Sometimes when the code has been updated, you will see accept button coming here too. It means that if you would want to accept the changes overall, if the changes happened in multiple files, but rather than reviewing everything, you just want to go and click here, you can accept that. But as I mentioned, that use AI for your best. It means you can let AI to do, but everything what is happening, review one time. Takes few extra second or minute, but at least you know all these new files are being added, where they are added, and how they are going to impact your application. So all that changes has been done. let's come back, and that is our pricing plan. As you can see here, there are two design applicable. If you would want to change the pricing, you can actually just on event, you can write a particular function and you can actually change the code. So actually I can even show you how you can do that one too. So let's see how the code is created. So product pricing, and as you can see here, the product pricing is plan. So here is a plan, standard, enterprise, and here is the switch, which really changes. So here are the three prices. So as you can see here, when we try to change this, we do not get the change in pricing. So you can actually direct and it will do it. You need to take the reference and you have to do it. So let's come back. I can say add context in the file, use the product pricing, and I can say in the product pricing, I would say, please add another pricing. So we have two pricing here is okay. So please add another pricing plan as JSON, and when pricing plan, so we have here, this is a two plan. Okay. Please add another pricing plan as JSON, and when the pricing plan toggle happens, apply the other plan JSON to reflect the change in pricing. So what I have asked is that when I click here, I want to see one plan. When I click here, I want to see a different plan. So JSON is going to be applied between this toggle event, and this will be updated. It means that I am writing my UI more backend or API friendly. So when the API is going to change, for example, this pricing plan is saved into the database. And when this event happens, I'm making a backend call. Backend sends me the updated plan and I can render here. So code is much more ready to connect with our backend. Okay. So product pricing is being updated. So a lot of the change is going to happen in the product pricing component. Okay. So you see there are two plans. So cloud plan and the here you can see there is a cloud plan and there is self-managed plan. So the two pricing will be created. Okay. So these are the changes we can look into here if you would want to go dive into what the changes are. So this plan became the cloud plan. We can accept it. Then we have self-managed plan, which is a new section added. Let's accept it. And here are, if the current plan is this, then use self-managed plan, otherwise use the cloud plan. And based on that particular component, data will be rendered here, as you can see here. Let's make the accept the changes. Accept all the changes has been accepted, and these are our plan. Now you change it, all the plan. Okay. Now, as you can see here, that we are seeing a little change into the into this height. So you can say that we can create a little fixed height so that this particular flickering is okay, should not happen. So we can still keep this reference here. We can say when I toggle the pricing plan, the okay, so these are the I would say, so these are the component, they are rendered as container. Okay, and then here is the stack, vertical stack. So all these components are stacked that way, and then text is the pricing. Okay, and then after grid. Okay, so grid components, they flicker. Okay, so we can say the when I toggle the pricing plan, the grid items flicker a little to adjust the each grid item height. So I can say, please make the grid item height based on given JSON content. So grid item rendering is smooth and does not adjust the height for each item. So the product pricing is still added as a context, and that is what is really being updated so that we do not see this kind of adjustment here. Okay, so let the change happen. So based on our request, as you can see, this is the, so I will modify the pricing card so we can look into the changes. So these are the changes. Let's accept it. Let's accept these changes. So these are some animation related. Now you see here that the minimum height base 650. So depending on the page, the height is added. Okay, let's accept these changes. Okay, these are just accept. Any other changes? You can also go to next, accept. So all the changes has been updated. And here is the details which has been added to that. Everything looks okay. Okay, I just want to make sure this is our plan. Okay, so that's the height is pretty much same. So I think what we need to do is that we can just go and we can adjust this manual, because I think that would be much easier to do it. But I think after multiple iteration, you can get it done. So the last step in this video is to add the footer section. So let's come back here and we can say, please add the, okay, we can remove this context. We can say, please add the footer section in the landing page with the design shown into the attached image. Let's select the image. That is our last image. This is the image footer section. Okay. Please call the component as page footer. Okay. So page footer component will be created and that will be integrated into our landing page. Okay. It's creating the page footer component. Okay. Similar to single store. Okay. Let me close this, close this, close this. So as you can see here, page footer file is created. These are the changes has been, these are the new content has been added into the page footer, updating the landing page. These are the changes. And I can say accept all here. If I say accept all, I really don't need to go each individual page and look into, but for this demo purposes, I will go ahead and I will do the accept all, and you will see that I really don't need to make any changes. So footer is now integrated into the landing page. I can say accept all the changes has been accepted, and the result should be visible here. So this is our project footer, and all that sections images needs to be updated here. And as you could see here that, okay, this is our code and this is our landing page has been totally created. As if you remember, when we started, the landing page was looking like that, but now our landing page is looking like that. So that was our target. If I log in here, I still see that I have to update all the pages into the other sections. That I will let you to try. I think that would be something very interesting for you to do, because I will go ahead and I will share this whole code into the same GitHub. So the project which we have completed here, these are the components we added. These they are all responsible to update the design into the landing page. So this whole code based on our previous project has been updated here. So you can go to VibeCoding, and this is the version 1 code, and this is the version 2 code. I have just updated here. As you can see, the source, within the source we have components, and here is our all the components which we have added today, and they are all related to our landing page. So you can download this code and enhance it the way you would want to design it. So that's all I have for you in this video. I just wanted to say that it's really very easy for you to use the Cursor AI and write better prompts so you can achieve the design or the code objective you are really looking for. Thank you so much for your time. I do appreciate, and please feel free to stay on and look around other videos which might be very interesting for you. Thanks again. Peace.